I heard that those who read books are very serious, aren't they? And they also make good lovers. Is it true? Hiran looked at Karbi's face questioningly. There was no rush to find out the answer in her eyes and face, because she knew Karbi was not the kind of girl who would answer right away. Karbi's meditation on the book. There was a pinprick silence in the huge library on campus. Hiran remained silent for a while. The cold wind blew through his bodies. I have also heard that those who read books talk less, because wise people talk less. What do you think? I have no idea. Besides, I am not reading love books here. I am reading books for work. So I don't know if I am a lover or a madman if I read books. Can't you become a lover by reading workbooks? Hiran looked at her with interest inquestioningly. Karbi was annoyed at this point. He frowned and almost frowned at Hiran. You're bothering me. You know my time is not endless, right? Hiran nodded. That is, he knows. Another unwanted silence blew with the winter wind, but Hiran is not a person who stays silent for long. After a while, he moved his feet and picked up the small mug of coffee in front of Karbi. He took a sip from the mug. The coffee was mine. Yes, I know. I don't particularly like coffee, so I tasted a little of yours. It was very sweet. Karbi looked at him with a slightly surprised look. It's sweet. It's black coffee. Is that so? It's quite sweet. I'll drink it. I'll bring you another cup. Wait, no need. I'll leave in a moment. Are you going to leave? Why are you leaving so early today? Karbi didn't answer Hiran's question either. Hiran didn't even think anything of it. He just stared blankly at Karbi. Doesn't the girl look beautiful in a white sheet, draped over a blue salwar kameez? Can you even look away when you see such a beautiful woman? Karbi stood up. He closed the thick book and placed it on the right shelf. He shouldered his bag. Hiran also stood up with him. He said in a busy voice, "You wait a moment, I'm bringing out the bike." Karbi didn't pay attention to those words. Instead, he hurriedly left. Hiran also came out calling after him. The library observer was very annoyed. He was annoyed by Hiran's chatter, which followed Karbi almost all day. Outside, evening had fallen. With it, masses of fog were creeping in. It was almost the end of November. It was so cold in Kulna right now that he woke up with a shiver in his bones. Karbi was walking slowly. Hiran is also walking along with him. Karbi's cheeks have turned sweet red in the cold winter air. Hiran said as he walked, "Why don't you just come on my bike instead of walking?" "No, you wouldn't. You're being too insistent. And you're stubborn. Didn't I tell you not to chatter like that when you go to the library? The uncle there gets really annoyed." "So, should I chat with uncle or not?" "I'll chat with you, as long as you don't get annoyed." "I get annoyed too. How many times do I have to say that?" "Say it as many times as you want. I'll let it go in one ear and out the other." Karbi sighed. Saying anything to Hiran is nothing but a mistake. As they walked, they reached the main road. There were all kinds of lights around the road, small food shops all around. People were gathering everywhere. While walking, Karbi suddenly stopped. He asked quickly, "What date is it today?" "The 27th. Why?" "I'm supposed to give the results of an exam today." "What exam?" "For a job." "Yes." "Okay, give me the roll number. I'm finding it online." Karbi gave the roll number. Hiran pulled Karbi's hand and sat on the edge of the sidewalk, where the crowd was a little less. The girl sat down. Her face was heavy with thought. Her hands were clenching in secret. Hiran noticed everything vaguely, but didn't say anything. Karbi's face turned dark as soon as the results appeared on the screen. The results were not as expected. Didn't this job go to her either? A wave of anxiety welled up inside. How much longer would she tell her father to postpone the wedding? How much longer will all the responsibilities be on my father's shoulders? He feels so bad. Who likes to be broken again and again, despite trying so hard? Karbi's calm, hopeful face looked as dull as the fading summer sun. The girl sighed several times in succession. "Hey, you probably have a job in a bigger place. That's why you don't get a chance in these small ones. Wait, you'll see how good a job is. Karbi looked at the road with a sad mind. He looked at her thoughtfully and said, I want the job before my father gets old, Hiran. If I can't be my father's shoulder when needed, what will I do with this job? Isn't time passing by? You have to wait a little for good things. Like I'm doing for you. Don't do it. I don't want anyone to wait. I didn't love you at all because you asked me, so why should I wait or think about asking you there? Karbi stood up. He was no longer interested in any conversation. Hiran also stood up immediately. As soon as he took her hand, Karbi suddenly slapped her on the cheek. The people around looked at her with quite curious eyes at that sound. Hiran was surprised. He looked at Karbi in surprise. Karbi's anger was at its peak. I told you again and again not to come near me. I can't stand all this love and affection. You never studied because of lack of money, so you never understand the thoughts of a middle-class girl. You come near me all the time. What words are you using? Do I come near you? Have I ever disrespected you? I don't want your disrespect. Respect. Get out of my sight. Hiran didn't talk anymore. People had gathered around them by then. When Hiran left, he left silently. If anyone else had been in Karbi's place today, he would have buried him in the ground. But this one man, being above everything in the world, did not even give him the slightest reprimand. Karbi was disappointed with his own behavior. As soon as he noticed the murmuring of the people around him, he left the gathering in a huff, thinking that he had done such a small thing out of worry. He felt a great deal of hatred for himself. The boy had done nothing wrong. He had probably taken his hand to comfort him. But as he sighed heavily, a rickshaw came from behind. He stopped in front of him and said, "Come on." Karbi was surprised. "Come on, you mean? I called you." The rickshaw driver pointed behind him and said, "That uncle from over there sent him to you. He said he would take you. Get up." Karbi could not understand who had sent the rickshaw. Feeling fragile, he got into the rickshaw. On other days, the boy would have come with a bike and said, "Madam, get up." Today, he must have gone a little too far. But what can he do? His father's pension money is almost gone. His mother is chasing him every day to get married. His sister is also growing up. Can all these worries keep him calm? The warm sadness in Karbi's chest mixed with the winter wind. This life felt very heavy. Karbi got up early in the morning and got ready. There is another exam today. The exam hall is quite far from home. If you don't leave this morning, you will be late. The sky was heavy with winter fog. The light was not that bright. The surroundings were foggy with a faint blue light. You couldn't see anything 4 or 5 feet ahead. Karbi came down the stairs with his sheet wrapped around him. This silence in the deserted environment made him shiver. It made the cold 3 times more intense. In this city, he has no one he can call to be his companion on his lonely journey. At other times, he could have called Hiran. But after yesterday's slap, the boy will not be like this again. Life sometimes becomes so unbearable that he can't bear everything, and he can't carry it. Karbi left the house and walked a few steps. Not even a bird was awake so early in the morning. The risk of danger on the road is not small. His feet stopped in various thoughts. Thinking in his mind, he decided to ask Hiran to come. Accordingly, he took out his phone. Even after dialing the number, he didn't dare to call again. How ridiculous would it look if the boy who slapped him yesterday asked him to come today? Thinking for 7 or 5 minutes, he didn't call again. He held the phone in his fist. He raised his head and looked at the sky. He took a few deep breaths. The bike horn blared through Karbi's discomfort and the turmoil in his mind. A male voice came one after another. "You won't even see the sky and go to take the exam. How long will I have to stand here?" Karbi's body trembled. Hiran's voice had mixed with his blood. Could he not recognize this voice? Karbi looked ahead. He took a few steps further. He saw Hiran standing on the edge of the road through the fog. Who knows when the boy had come here? He hadn't even noticed. The exam is at 8:30, isn't it? It's 6:30 now. If you don't leave now, you'll get stuck in a traffic jam. Then it won't work, even if you slap me or kill me, the adult Karbi cried bitterly. Hiran's presence seemed to reduce the burden of his life by half. Why is this boy so crazy? Despite being slapped in front of everyone last night, he came this morning like a shameless person. Karbi said as he walked forward. How did you get up so early? Don't you get up before 12? He handed the helmet in Hiran's hand to Karbi. He said, I didn't sleep last night. Take this, put it on. Have I ever worn a helmet? Do you know how to wear it? If you don't wear a helmet again, it will be my fault. That's why I told you to wear it. Don't talk so much. Put it on. Talk too much. It's time for my exam. The boy smiled softly upon getting permission. He came forward and put the helmet on with great care. Karbi was like a 2-year-old child. If you make a small mistake, it will hurt.